Hello everybody and welcome into another episode of the Jets franchise here on Madden 20. So before we go ahead and get into the game in this episode, in the last episode at the very end I showed how many skill points our guys earned, and now you're seeing me disperse some of those specifically here to Trey Lance. Really, I wanted to focus on Lance at the start just because for me it was pretty important to see him kind of develop, especially with his accuracy stats and his ability to throw under pressure, because it was really something that was hurting us, especially in week 1 against the Patriots. If you missed the last episode, there's a card in the top right to watch it, but in that game there really wasn't much offense going on for us, as Trey Lance really couldn't connect with any of his receivers. I was trying to really open up the offense into the medium and deep passing game, and it didn't work in that one. So you're gonna see in this episode kind of the evolution with Trey Lance actually having some skill points to his name. Now, looking at the roster as a whole, of course you see there Trey Lance, and James Morgan was somebody who developed on our practice squad last year. Javonte Williams, as you saw there, is now an 85 overall as he's progressing very nicely. And then John Hightower, our practice squad player from a year ago, is developing nicely. He's now the same overall as Rondale Moore. I was trying to basically make him seem like less of just a deep threat, iron out that route running. And then right there you saw our right guards are pretty good, so we're probably going to mix up how the offensive line goes throughout this game. But overall, we have a really nice young team. Our linebacker core was a huge surprise as far as their development went, so I was pretty happy to see that. And then in the secondary, I know the ratings aren't too high, but Gardner and Lenoir, two of our corners, are developing nicely. And then I would like to see Ashton Davis actually develop. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into this Week 5 matchup against the undefeated 4-0 Buffalo Bills. So the 2-2 New York Jets, losers of 2 straight last week with a big 34-16 loss to the Vikings, come in to take on the undefeated Bills and Josh Allen, the current MVP frontrunner, as the Bills are fresh off of a 4-interception game against the Chicago Bears, in which they got the big 22-10 win. So we're going to go ahead and start this one off with the first play from scrimmage for the Bills, as Allen takes the snap and he'll hand it off to Zach Moss, and Zach Moss would get some stellar blocking, and on the first play from scrimmage would rumble for 30 yards, taking the Bills all the way inside the 50-yard line. Now same drive, very next play, Josh Allen takes the snap, looks, scrambling a little bit, tries to get it over to his tight end. However, there would be a penalty. It would be defensive pass interference. So now the Bills move over at the edge of the red zone, as now 3rd and 9 from the 22. Allen takes the snap, looks, tries to scramble around, doesn't see anything, tries to get it to his running back, and he would be hit, drop the ball, and the Bills would take a field goal to open this one. So now quarterback Trey Lance takes the field. Off to a rough start this season, but hopefully this game against a big division rival can be a change in that. As we're going to go ahead and start off first quarter, 3rd and 7 for the first drive of the Jets, as Lance stands in and he finds his man Rondale Moore, and Moore would rumble all the way down on the edge of the red zone for 47 yards. One of his 2 catches on the day, as he had 79 yards by the end of the game. As now, very next play from the edge of the red zone, now Lance sends Kyle Pitts into motion. Then he takes the snap, steps back in the pocket, throws, and finds Calvin Ridley over the middle of the field, all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Now 3rd and goal from the 7. Lance takes the snap, feels the pressure coming in, scrambles around, and despite the pressure in his face, he finds John Hightower for his first career touchdown. In this one, Trey Lance with an absolute stellar play there, despite the pressure in his face on the run, as now Josh Allen and the Bills try to answer, as Allen takes it and does it himself on the read option there for the first down, 12 yards. Josh Allen would finish the game 8 carries for 63 yards, though he did have a rough passing day, as he would end the game 12 of 19 with only 57 yards. As there, Devin Singletary bounces off tacklers for the first down there. Down inside the 50-yard line is now a few plays later, 2nd and 10. Josh Allen hands it off to Zach Moss. Moss was cooking early, but he would only finish the game with 11 carries for 73 yards, no touchdowns. As now very next play, there Josh Allen again on the read option. He sees nothing but field in front of him, but Ashton Davis comes in to take down the big 6'6" kid out of Wyoming there, as now the Bills are inside the red zone. 3rd and 4 now for Josh Allen. He'll take the snap. He stands in, tries to find his man, but the pass would be broken up there, and the Bills would take another field goal. So now the Jets take over 3rd and 2. Trey Lance connects with Calvin Ridley there as he gets the Jets inside the 50-yard line. Trey Lance and Calvin Ridley have formed a stellar connection early on this season. As for the last 3 weeks, Ridley has had more than 100 yards receiving, as there Lance scrambling to get the Jets inside the red zone here. And for the record, Calvin Ridley would have a monster game today. 9 catches for 200 yards. You'll see that later on in this one, as here Trey Lance scrambling down to the 2-yard line now. 1st and goal for the Jets as Lance takes the snap, and we haven't heard much of him this season, but there he is, Javonte Williams, diving in for his first of a hat trick of a day from the end zone now, as then the Bills would end up stalling out. So then Lance throws and he finds his man Jamison Crowder as he gets tackled out of bounds there. Now inside the 50 again, as the Jets were trying to get one more score before the second half started. As here Lance takes the snap, looks on the screen pass to Williams. Williams has it and he outruns Terrell Edmonds and he spins out of a tackle there all the way down to the edge of the red zone. Javonte Williams trying to get going here as he's had a very slow start to the season. Now on 3rd and 19, Lance steps back in the pocket, fires over the middle of the field for Tutu Atwell. Usually only the return man here, but he'll rumble forward fighting for that first down here, as now 3rd and 11 from the 15. Lance takes it from an empty backfield, trying to scramble, but he can't get anything going as he gets taken down by Josh Sweat. That was his 2nd of 2 sacks he would have in this game. The Jets would take a field goal now after the Bills stall out again. Lance stepping back and he finds Calvin Ridley over the middle of the field. That was a masterful throw there, as the Jets are trying to run the 2-minute drill to get one more score before the end of the first half, as there Lance connects with Ridley again, but he gets caught on the down man on field. Now 19 seconds to go in the first half. Lance takes the snap and Ridley burns his man as he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. William Jackson couldn't hold up in man coverage there, so with 15 seconds left, the Jets score again. Now halfway through the 3rd quarter, the Bills offense has gone silent, but the Jets keep cooking as Lance connects with Jamison Crowder on the sideline there inside the 50-yard line now. Now same drive, very next play. Lance goes ahead, goes to the play action fake to Williams, and then he stands in and fires to Rondale Moore down inside the red zone now. I'm telling you, Lance had a monster game. The stark difference from the first game we saw of Trey Lance to this is insane, as there he is rumbling forward down to the 1-yard line. Trey Lance being as physical as ever, hopefully staying healthy, as there Javonte Williams gets his 2nd touchdown of the game, as the Jets are burying the Bills. Now with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter, Lance notices the blitz, changes the play, and Calvin Ridley absolutely cooks Tre'Davious White all the way for the 80-yard touchdown for the former Falcon. I can't believe that the Falcons let him go, as here he is being an absolute stud for this Jets team, as now at the start of the 4th quarter, Josh Allen and the Bills finally getting a highlight here on 3rd down. Allen takes the snap, scrambling, decides to take it himself, but he can't do anything as he gets stuffed by Quinnen Williams and Falaransu Fadokasi. As now the Bills needing something to get going here on 4th and 7. Allen would take the snap, but it would get batted down by Demador Lenoir. So now the Jets and Trey Lance will take over. 8 minutes to go now in the 4th quarter. Lance takes the snap, decides to scramble and do it himself as he slides down, keeping himself safe, and brings the Jets inside the 50-yard line. As the Jets, they're really just trying to end this game, but the Bills defense was doing nothing to stop him, as Calvin Ridley gets left wide open. He'll get out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone now, and then Javonte Williams gets the handoff from the 21, and some excellent blocking paves the way for his 3rd touchdown of the day, his first multi-touchdown game of the season. Always good to see Javonte Williams waking up, as here Josh Allen floats that one up for his man and he connects for the first down. Allen, I'm telling you, he had such a slow game. It wasn't until this final drive that he finally started cooking, as here Allen 1st and 10 from the red zone ends up shedding a man. Then he sheds Blake Cashman, rumbling forward, the ever so physical 6'6" Titan Josh Allen rumbling down to the 5-yard line, as now 3rd and goal. Allen and the Bills trying trying to get some garbage time points, and they do. As he connects with his man, he made Jason Verrett look silly on that one for his first touchdown of the game. But that would be all she wrote as the Buffalo Bills get destroyed on Sunday night primetime football by Trey Lance and the Jets. This was an insane game to play, compared especially to how this team started out the season. I'm talking about the Jets. How they started out the season against the Patriots, a real sluggish start. But this is exactly what you needed to avoid continuing the losing streak. And it was awesome to see Calvin Ridley and Trey Lance. That connection has really blossomed so far this season. But other than that, that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.